On May 12, 2020, the Board of County Commissioners heard from the Housing Authority on the reopening of the HUD Choice voucher waiting list.
It's Rita Wood, Housing Authority Chief. And as you can see, our Department Director, Dina Barclay, is with us this morning. Unfortunately, Mr. Donahan could not make it this morning. We are very excited to talk to you this morning about reopening our Housing Choice voucher waiting list, which has been closed for quite a while now. So I'll start with some background on that. It has been closed since 2012. HUD recommends that HAs do close their waiting list when the waiting time exceeds more than a couple of years. We, of course, went beyond that. But in 2012, the list was closed. We had over 4,000 applications on the list at that time when we closed it. Since 2012, all those applications have been purged. We've gone through, we've updated those, we've called in people as necessary to enroll them on the program. And as a result, right now we have approximately 200 applications left today. And we also continue voucher referrals that we have for those persons transitioning out of homeless shelters. For our waitlist processing, for a few years now, we have been using an online system called Assistance Connect through our housing software provider. Applicants are able to update all their waiting list information online, changes in household composition or any other changes they'd like to make to their contact information. This, of course, reduces the frequency of needing in-person appointments or office visits, while being a significant increase in service and availability to customers because it's available to them at any time as long as they have an internet connection.
Ms. Wood goes into detail about the process for applicants and how the Housing Authority intends to reach out to the public through partners and social media.
For our waiting list opening for 2020, so we are recommending, of course, they would be submitted online in keeping with how we've been administering our waiting list the last few years. It is recommended we have a 1-week application period when people can apply anytime during that week. And once that window has closed, applications would be selected via lottery. That keeps it equal across all applicant groups and all persons, so no one is really stressed to be there at a certain time the minute the waiting list would open. As long as anyone applies during the week that it's open, everyone has an equal chance of being selected via the lottery. We are recommended, in addition to our residency preference, which we've always had to help Charles County residents first, we are recommending with this opening to have preference for elderly, disabled, and veteran households. These are preferences also widely utilized among other housing authorities, not just in Maryland, but across the country. So it has been successful in other communities. As far as public notification, when the time does come to reopen the list, we would do outreach to local partners, including our own aging division here in the department, as well as the county's Commission for Veterans Affairs. We would also do outreach with the Charles County Homeless and Emergency Shelter Committee, and we'd work with the county government's media team for assistance with the public and social media notices, and of course, notice would be placed on our website.
Ms. Wood also explains how technology has changed the way application assistance is being utilized throughout the county.
For application assistance, local partners have already indicated they'll be available to help their customers and clients to apply online for those who may have problems using that system. And I just have to say, for the system we've been using the last few years with applications already being online, we have had minimal requests for assistance. It seems like most people nowadays are used to doing so many things online that I was really surprised how few requests we receive for assistance from people. But for those who will need that, our Aging Services Division is available here in Community Services to assist any senior citizens or persons with disabilities who indicate they have problems with the online system. They can help them. The Commission for Veterans Affairs is also available to assist veterans wishing to apply. And again, our local partners on the Homeless and Emergency Shelter Committee have indicated that they're available to help their customers with the application process if needed.
To wrap up the meeting, Ms. Wood also explains how COVID-19 has impacted the program.
But we were originally scheduled to do this presentation in March, and we were hoping to open up the wait list during April, which is Fair Housing Month. So that was kind of our plan from the beginning. And then, of course, our pandemic sort of changed all those plans. So we haven't set a firm deadline right now about when we actually plan to open it. And at this point, that's because we're sort of waiting to hear about when we can do business more normally. So I think what we're looking at right now is around the end of June. We want to avoid our Independence Day holiday time, even though people are going to be applying online and those systems will still be accessible to them. We don't want to limit their ability to get help from people who might not be working on the holiday. So I think we're probably going to look at doing this the end of June, before the 4th of July holiday.
To watch the full video of the work session, click on CCGTV at www.charlescountymd.gov.